You don't own products anymore. You just rent permission to use them. Once you notice it, you start seeing it everywhere. Movies, music, software, games, food, even cars. Yep, that's right, cars. Some companies have actually tried charging people every single month to use features that are already installed in their own vehicle, and not to upgrade them, to simply use them. And at first, that sounds completely ridiculous, like some dystopian business experiment. But here's the thing, it's already happening in front of your own eyes. Because years ago, something quietly changed. We stopped buying products and started paying for access. Access to movies, music, software, games, convenience. And now, entire industries are being built around a simple idea: why sell something once when you can charge for it forever? Ownership is disappearing, subscriptions are replacing it, and companies absolutely love it. So the question is, when did we stop noticing?
1 in 3 Australians is now cracking down on useless subscriptions, saving hundreds of dollars in the process.
Nearly 1 million people cancelled their subscriptions with Netflix in the past 3 months.
Well, the next time you sign up for an online subscription, you may want to set up an alert to cancel it.
Approximately 2.7 million Australians over its Microsoft 365 subscriptions.
Spotify is raising its prices for its 200 million subscribers for the first time in over a decade.
So let's talk about why everything is a subscription now. There was a time when buying something was very simple. You paid for it once, you owned it. Whether that was a DVD, a game, Microsoft Office, Photoshop, a car, and unless it physically broke, it was yours. There was no monthly fee, no recurring charge, no access expired message. You bought the product and that was the end of the transaction. But somewhere along the way, that model started disappearing because companies realized something incredibly important. And that was selling you a product once is nowhere near as profitable as charging you forever. Adobe is one of the best examples. Photoshop, yeah, it used to be expensive, but once you bought it, you owned that version. And now you pay monthly for access to Adobe Creative Cloud, and the moment you stop paying, you lose the software. Think about how weird that is. The program can still be installed on your computer, but your access to it can simply be taken away. You're not buying Photoshop anymore. You're just renting permission to use it. And from a business perspective, you got to admit, that's pretty genius, because instead of unpredictable one-time purchases, companies now get very predictable recurring revenue every single month, fully automated. And if that wasn't bad enough, streaming also normalized the idea completely. Netflix, Spotify, Disney Plus, the list goes on. We stopped building collections and started paying for access libraries, completely ad-free, unlike regular television, which felt amazing at first because you got unlimited content at cheap monthly prices. It was super convenient and there were no ads. It honestly felt like the future, but then something happened. Prices increased, content started disappearing, platforms fragmented, and the ads came back anyway. And all of a sudden, people went from paying for 1 subscription to paying for 5 just to recreate cable TV once again, the exact thing that we were trying to run away from. Let's talk about gaming, because gaming has also changed. Games used to be released as a finished product. You bought the game and you got the game. You could play the game. But now many of them are being released as platforms where the creators are trying to sell you extras that are built into the game. Things like battle passes, season passes, limited time cosmetics or skins, monthly membership, daily rewards. The goal is not always to sell you the game anymore, it's to keep you continuously spending inside of that ecosystem. Because once again, a recurring user is so much more valuable for them than a random one-time customer. Even food delivery apps are watching this and decided to join in. Uber One, Dash Pass, Skip memberships. And honestly, they're designed pretty well psychologically because they make you feel like you're actually saving money by ordering more often. Which sounds weird, right? But they offer things like free delivery, exclusive deals, and member pricing. But at the end of the day, you're paying a monthly payment just to help justify spending even more money. And if that wasn't all, subscriptions even entered the physical world. Car companies started experimenting with subscription features, and one example is Tesla. You know that guy that brags to everyone about having a self-driving car? Well, did he conveniently forget to tell you the part where he actually has to pay $100 a month just to use that feature that is built into his car? I mean, let that sink in. That's the point we're at. Just because the car comes with it doesn't actually mean you can use it. It got to a point where even BMW has tried to take this to the absolute next level and experimented with subscriptions for heated seats, remote start, and performance upgrades. Yeah, subscriptions for features that are physically already built into the vehicle, but are locked behind subscription payments. I'm just trying to imagine what comes next. Could you imagine one day buying a couch and having to pay a monthly fee to unlock the cup holders? Sounds ridiculous, right? So did paying monthly for heated seats. I really don't know what's going to come next, and I don't really think I want to know. But what I do know is subscriptions don't just increase profits. They change who actually has the control in the transaction. So when you buy something, you control it because you own it and it's yours. But when you subscribe to something, the company owns it. Therefore, they control it, which means that they can actually change prices. They can remove certain features. They can lock you out of certain content. They can introduce ads. They can restrict access. They can also tier the experience. And all of that can happen at any time because it's never really yours. And not to mention, psychologically, subscriptions are dangerous because they're basically invisible. A $15 purchase feels real. You notice it, you think about it. But $3 here, $10 here, $20 a month, it starts just blending in the background. Until one day, you look at your bank statement and realize that you've been paying hundreds every single month for services that you barely even think about. Modern spending became passive, and passive spending is incredibly profitable for businesses. From the very first day, subscriptions were never about convenience. They were about predictability for brands, companies, businesses, everyone but us. Investors love predictable, and shareholders also love predictable. Frankly, there is nothing more predictable than turning customers into monthly payments. This actually brings us to a bigger question. Are subscriptions actually making life easier, or are they just quietly turning ownership into a luxury? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I read every single one. What's the worst subscription you've ever seen? The absolute worst thing that you could actually possibly subscribe to? Also, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons on your way out. I would truly appreciate it. And before you go, YouTube thinks you're going to love this video right here. Go check it out.